good morning. What's going on? It's about 6:15 a.m. A little bit of a late start today, but it is not easy trying to capture so many shots. I'm usually up by 5 or 5:30. As soon as I get up, I have to let my dog Shady out. I then brush my teeth, get a big glass of water, and after the water is finished, I fill up with a pre-workout right before heading out to the gym. Depending on if I'm working out by myself or with someone, I am there about 6:15 or 6:30 a.m. My workouts literally take 20 to 30 minutes to complete, and it's really like the best part of my day. It's early, it's quiet. I don't really have anyone bothering me, and that's why I love doing it so much, and I make sure I try to do it every single day, whether I'm heading to the gym or I'm going out on a run. And then I am either on my way home, I may head to a project to plan for the day, and sometimes it is even like an early Lowe's trip for some items. Before heading to the gym, I always work on emails and I go over properties on the MLS to see what's new, what has just sold, just so I can stay up to date on the trends, and I also figure out my to-do list for the day. I know a lot of people say you shouldn't focus on work so early because it could start your day off wrong. Well, in my opinion, you're going to find out at some point if there was something that's bad news anyway. I'd rather handle it on time or earlier. More importantly, I have emailed clients at such an early hour, and they have replied along the lines of, "Wow, you really are hardworking. You're up so early and you're on the ball." So it does show to some people that you are on your game. Regardless, today I plan to take you through as much of my day as I can to give you a bit of a day in the life of a young real estate entrepreneur. Hey everyone, what's going on? So really late start to the morning. Just got to the gym. I had to stop by the project, take a look at some things before heading to the gym. And, you know, it's really just a pet peeve of mine. This is why I love waking up early, because I can get things done when no one else is awake, so I usually won't be bothered. Well, if I postpone my gym time even just a little bit, if I'm really not done by 7:30, usually there is something that comes up. Like, the gym is my getaway, the gym is my, headphones in type thing, my, 20, 30, 40 minutes of just me time, just thinking, blank, sometimes even a blank mind, and just, going after the workout and not having business on my mind. If I don't finish by 7:30, most of the time I am interrupted by some type of, I'm getting text messages right now because of the project, so I'll probably have to hop on the phone for that. Just if I don't finish by 7:30, people are now awake or have been awake and are finally ready to talk about their day or whatever, and I have either people for the project calling me, texting me, just like it's happening now. And I even had a client text me this morning, say, call me. So I was already on the phone with her on the way to the gym. No big deal. Just, the mornings, if I'm a little late, it can really, push my morning off and kind of distract me already from my morning routine. And that gets me a little bit aggravated, but this is business. We're full-time, we're entrepreneurs. We're full-time, 24/7 workers. You got to expect it. It's a bit my fault anyway, because I know this happens. I know that if I don't finish my workout by about 7:30, something is going to come up. Something's going to be, distracting me. So I just have to do a better job. But like I said earlier, setting up the camera and things like that did push my time frame back a little bit. But it is what it is. So I'm about to head into the gym. Finally home after the gym, cleaned up a bit, took a shower, ate some breakfast, played with Shady. Shady's all tired out now. He's the man. Watching some First Takes, Stephen A going nuts, and we're off to Lowe's now. So see you guys soon, and I'll bring you along. Just arrived to Lowe's. This is a common stop throughout my day. Always picking up something small. and you know, just things I know the project's going to need. So here we are at Lowe's, and it's funny that when I walk through here, I now know so many of the employees. Even when I order windows through my window company, when I call my hardwood floor guys, they know my voice now. They recognize me because I've been doing a lot of business with them now. And you know, part of it makes me feel good because I feel like I'm creating a bit of a name, maybe even a brand. And you know, I think the small business relationships are awesome. Technically, I'm a bit of a small business. I am an investor, you could say. I'm in a bit of a small business, and you know, these are other small businesses I'm looking to do work with, looking to partner with, and looking to just grow with. You know, I can look at myself as a small business because there are national home buyers who I am technically competing with. So right now I'm considering myself a small business. And with that being said, I like to support other small businesses because I hope that in return they're supporting me by supplying me with deals because they're my go-to suppliers. As mentioned, I am heading to one of my partners or one of my investors' offices. I'm picking up some receipts for a property we closed on earlier this month. It's actually really crazy that we closed on a property and we were both in Aruba. Now, we didn't plan this trip to go together. We didn't plan the date. We didn't plan the location. None of that. I just happened to tell him one day, I said, hey, I'm going to be in Aruba for this closing. Are you going to be able to, you know, supply the attorney with the paperwork needed? Or if something comes up, would you be able to step in for me? He goes, Bud, I'm going to be in Aruba. And so it wound up being, we were 2 hotels away, almost same dates. He stayed a little bit longer. I had to get back to work because I have this project. And it was just funny because I think it was a Monday we closed, Monday or Tuesday. Regardless, we had met up that day. We had officially gotten the email that we closed on the property, and we were together. So it was really cool. I believe I pocketed $36,000 while I was in Aruba. Pretty awesome feeling. And you know, that just makes me dive into the talk of this business has so much freedom, and people don't realize. A lot of these gurus and stuff like that talk about how time consuming this business is, how stressful it is. And don't get me wrong, there are stresses. Believe me, I will talk about plenty of stresses. But once you develop your mindset that it's gonna be okay, just about, you really look past those things and you get over them quicker, and it doesn't really bother you. It doesn't ruin your day anymore. But with a little bit of stress and hard work, you're producing huge rewards. So nothing is easy where you're going to make large amounts of money. There's no easy way to do that. And people who tell you that maybe they got lucky. But this is a real business, and I'm excited. It provides me flexibility. Look at my day. Look at my outfit. I'm wearing a pullover sweatshirt from Maine when I went to Maine this year. So I went to Aruba. I went to Maine. Where else did I go? I've been to Florida multiple times this year. This business obviously provides flexibility. So just something I wanted to throw in there, and I'm sure I'll talk more about that another time. But off to Lowe's. What's going on, guys? So I finally made it to the property. I am now waiting I'm going to be here for probably about an hour. It's not what happens every day, but it just so happens today the countertop people are coming to install the countertop. So I will be here waiting for that so I can pay them and also make sure everything was done properly. While I'm waiting, I'm actually going to stay a little busy and put a chimney cap on. We have 2 chimney caps I went and purchased from Lowe's. And then afterwards, I will walk you through the property. I guess I picked the wrong time. We've had this house for, I think, a month and a half now. We're close to it. And I probably could have picked a warmer day to put on chimney caps. Well, here we go. What a chilly day to be out doing all this, but it's what's gotta happen. I am here checking out a house that's right behind me here, boarded up. I'll take you inside in a bit. I was just in there walking around. It's always kind of creepy, you know, taking a look at a house by yourself. I highly recommend, if you're going to be doing that, to bring some type of tool or weapon of some sort, like something small. I have a small pocket knife. I also always bring a flashlight. So, but I'll take you in very shortly. I'm just looking around back, just trying to run some numbers so I can figure out if this is a deal. It definitely is a deal. I'll tell you that right now. The only thing is, this one popped up on the MLS. And everyone is going to be after this because the numbers are just right as it is now for someone to come in and make some money here. So I'm gonna flip this camera around for you guys, and I'm gonna take you through and kind of look at, you know, let you know what I look at. So here we are walking through the property. This is a very common model in this development. As you can see, one right across the street. There's one right there. Just a very common, there's about 3 different units in here. So bear with me with the wind. We're heading inside. Looks like there's some mud wasps, but we'll take a look inside. There's no lights. Well, at least I should maybe check somewhere else real quick. But I do have my flashlight. No, doesn't look like we have any lights. So let's start from the front. Walking right through. For some reason they made a bar out of this. I'll show you. Here's a nice little wood burning stove. Runs out to a chimney right over here. That can actually bring a lot of character to this house. It's pretty cool how it is. It's there already. But they made this like a little bar. Anyway, like I said, I've been in this model before, this type of floor plan. It's really nice, really open concept. I'm actually standing right here in the dining room, and then right in here is the kitchen. I actually really like the flow of this. It's a nice ranch style home, so very desirable to either first-time home buyers, you know, people downside. Just, it kind of appeals to everybody. As you can see, this is an older, oh, actually, these cabinets could be saved. Wow, okay. I would paint these white. We've done this before in a flip. They came out phenomenal. I'd add some crown molding on top of the cabinet, new appliances, and new countertops. Rip off, either gut these walls or rip off the wallpaper, which we just did in the project I have now, which was a disaster. Anyway, we budget about $10,000 for kitchens, $10,000 to $12,000 depending on what's here, and this would probably be much less since we could keep the cabinets. As for appliances and stuff, not the washer dryer, the refrigerator, oven, things like that, we budget about $2,000 for those. We have a pretty good deal with who we're working with. And here's the garage, just a garage door. We pay about, it's $600 or $800 per a garage door. Just nothing special, just something basic. And then we would paint this room up. So this would, including the garage door and an opener, and cleaning this up, you know, we're looking at like $1,100 for this garage. We would most likely get a new HVAC system, new sliding glass door. Let's walk out here. The floor here is this vinyl flooring. We would rip that up. We would even remove this wall, most likely. Right here. And so this flooring is, you know, it's in pretty good shape. It's tough to tell without the light. I would budget for all new flooring because matching this might be tough. Maybe not. I don't know, but you might be able to get away with keeping it. Like I said, it's in good shape. It's a decent color. I prefer darker colors because that's a big trend right now. Regardless, it's something that you would have to figure out for your numbers. We do see some water stains up here. You know, definitely something to take a look at. And, you know, if you do get serious with this home, which I definitely am, that's weird. So, you know, if you do get serious with this home during like inspections and stuff, just make sure the roof actually looked newer. So these may be older stains. Head into the common bathroom. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath home. So the bright yellow is not going to cut it. We're going to have to renovate this. And like I said in the previous video, we budget about $5,000 for a bathroom. This one would probably be a little cheaper. It looks to be in pretty good shape. I don't know if we'd keep these slate looking brick floors. But it may be cheaper because it wouldn't be as much sheetrock and things like that. It wouldn't be a complete gut, but just about. Floors. So this room, this is what concerns me, and this is a tip for you guys. Once again, we have water stains and stuff. What concerns me is this is a bank-owned property. It's on a slab, and the thing is, when banks paint their properties white, it's usually a mold covering paint. It's usually, you know, they're doing it to hide stains, okay, which is most likely a water stain. So now that I'm saying that out loud, I'm kind of thinking, hey, maybe these are newer stains because the mold covering paint didn't cover it. I'm shining the flashlight at it, but not the phone, sorry. On the other hand, they could have just used regular primer and maybe there were some, you know, bad words written on the walls or something that the bank is covering. Regardless, like I said, once we'll make an offer known and then we'll have to, you know, do our homework with an inspection or something to really find out. But I don't think it's too much of an issue. Up here, this is the master bedroom, master bath right over here, completely gutted. That concerns me. It's actually more convenient for us and helps us out. It's always good to work with a clean slate, no electric running through. What else? Okay, looks like, yeah, they have nothing running. That's not done correctly up there. But the reason that concerns me is there was most likely a water leak here. So here's, let's see. Okay, so that looks a bit like maybe some termite damage. It's either termite damage, that looks like that's termite damage. I don't know if you can see with the flash. Yeah, that's a bit of termite damage, it looks like. Okay. You know, just these things happen. You don't get scared and run away. Here is obvious water damage. Here is termite. You can see, it's so dark in here. Is this termite? It looks like it, because termites leave dirt trails behind. I'm trying to not blind you. And these are some dirt trails, as you can see here. Dirt trails and burrowed into there. So that to me looks like termite. I mean, how they got all the way up here, usually they're not that high. So, you know, something I'd have to look into a little more. And just, you know, with this house, I may want to have some type of inspection clause, even though that makes your offer a little less desirable. Regardless, it's just 2x4s. You know, these things can be cut out and replaced. We've done it before. You can get it treated for termites. Not a big deal. The treatment's about $800. The 2x4s are about $3 a piece. So it can all be fixed. It's just a matter of how much money it costs. And that's it for here. So, you know, like I said, I walked through before, and this looks like you could handle this renovation. You know, new kitchen, new HVAC, all these items we spoke about under $50,000. And that's actually pretty good. The other thing to consider here, as we step outside, I'm gonna lock up, is the siding. This is older siding, definitely worn. Okay, 1 second. I obviously can't do too many things at once. Okay. Okay, so this siding needs gutters. There's no gutters. This siding is, I'm not sure if it's the asbestos siding, which, you know, don't be alarmed by that. You can go over it. I'm not sure if it is or not. I know it looks like it's sometimes. We got a hole up here. I know it looks like it's sometimes, but you can always go over it, but it would be an additional expense. Gutters, and look, the roof looks new. Needs some cleaning, needs some maintenance probably, but overall, I think you would be able to do this under $50,000. And right now they're asking $247, I think, and houses in this area go for about $375 to $400. This model probably on the lower end of that, probably around $380, completely updated, you know, with nice finishes and everything brand new. So yeah, I'm gonna run the numbers on this and give a call to one of my investors and see what we can do. Okay, so a lot was going on today. There's a lot that I can't videotape just because I'm using my phone to videotape, and a lot of times I'm on the phone with clients, I'm on the phone with investors, I'm on the phone with people working on my projects. So a lot of times I can't always videotape everything because my phone is being used for the phone call. And right now I do videotape using my iPhone. With that being said, I'm finally back at the project. Everyone had left for the day. Countertops are installed, and they were installed earlier today. And I'm going to walk you through our just about finished product. We're about a week away. So here we go. All right, so here we are from the front door. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with a full basement, in-ground pool on almost an acre of land. This section of my town comes with a lot of land, on most properties at least, so we came in, started from the front door. We're gonna take care of the left of the house. And towards the end of this video, I'm going to break down some numbers for you guys. This here is a cool little den area. This door leads to the garage. It is a 2-car garage. We're just going to be painting the garage white and put the epoxy type floor paint on. So make it very durable. And this is a cool little accent piece, the other side, the back side of the fireplace. But cool little den room. Could even be a 4th bedroom if you really wanted to. I just don't like the concept of walking through a bedroom to get to the garage. As you can see, all our light bulbs are not in, but we added a sliding glass door. This is the dining room. Nice dark brown, rich looking floors. That's a dark walnut stain. And then here we open up into the open concept kitchen. Nice island addition there. We actually opened up this wall. It used to just have a doorway right here, like a 2-foot doorway or normal size doorway. And we opened up this wall and added this island. So quick pan here. waiting for the backsplash we put in and the appliances, and that'll take away all this, you know, blah white, but it is really, really nice. And here it is. All new windows in the house, I'd like to mention as well. So there's the front door again. This first door right here is to the basement. No need to go down there really. It is just painted floor, and that's really it. It's a good size if you did want to finish it, but we didn't. As we head down here, we have bedroom right here, bedroom back here, and then bathroom and master bedroom with master bath. So I'll take you into the bathrooms. Oops, I forgot this light. All right, so nice dark floors contrasting off the lighter floors. Brand new vanity, really nice. Mirror, new light fixture, new windows, into the subway tile style. Subway tile style. Say that a bunch of times. New bathtub. Pretty nice looking. Okay, then we'll head, you know, decent sized bedrooms, nothing to really brag about or complain about. This is the master bedroom. We are putting in four more hi-hats, so one in each corner, one here, one above me, over here, and over here, because as you can see, this room is not getting as much light as we thought it would, so we are going to add the light. A lot of people like having proper lighting, of course. And these are two small walk-in closets right there, his and hers. And here is the master bathroom. So we went with the same exact tile as in the other bathroom, except this was an octagon size, and octagon shape, I should say. Added all new molding, shower door with this tile. Really nice looking. And my favorite part is when sometimes people like to keep their light on just for a little night light, and that is really nice looking. And right here we have a light fixture, brand new vanity, same vanity as in the other bathroom, just a white in color, and then we have the mirror we have to put up still. And then of course, cleaning. I think it's too dark to really scan much of the backyard, but that's really it. All I want to do is talk some numbers, and I will flip this camera around. So there's a few things I want to talk about with this property, like how we acquired it, what the numbers are on this property, how we're going to sell it, things like that. So we acquired this property through a wholesaler. The original plan for this home, it was actually in pretty decent condition, just a bit outdated, but this is such a hot area in town that we were considering cleaning it up a bit and setting it right back on the market at a higher price, not a premium price, but a higher price to, you know, make a quick sale and take a few bucks as profit. Well, what happened was we started noticing things that we didn't notice during our inspection. For example, we didn't open too many of the kitchen cabinets, and we noticed there was maybe a leak from the sink that had rotted out a lot of the kitchen cabinets and even some of the subfloor. So you can only imagine how extensive and how long that has been dripping. The crazy part is that people were living here up until we bought this. This was an off-market deal we found. They were just people that wanted cash. They pretty much paid off the home. They just wanted cash for the property. And we were willing to give it to them at the right price. But unfortunately, our plan, like I mentioned, went from, hey, let's clean it up and put it on the market, to a full renovation. So we then decided to renovate after, like I said, we looked in the kitchen cabinets, we looked in the bathroom vanities, we wound up checking out the basement, lifting up some ceiling panels, finding rot. Then they finally had moved all their furniture out, so there was a dining room set that was in the corner. And once they moved it and we, closed on the property already, there was so much water damage in this corner from the roof. Now, the entire plywood on the property was rotted. The entire 2x4 supporting the home was rotted. The subfloor rotted. How this was standing, I have no idea. But that was a huge delay in the project. Also a much bigger expense, because now we had to go from calling a siding guy to plywood, to having him do plywood, to now running and doing framing, to doing subfloor, to now installing new hardwood floors. So it wound up going from a cleanup job and putting it on the market to a full rehab. And with that being said, we weren't so prepared to do that. I mean, with our budget, for example, we were expecting to do like a $30,000 renovation, and now I think we're going to be heading to an $80,000 renovation. I mean, this is a pretty decent sized home, huge yard, in-ground pool, just a lot of moving parts here, and we have literally touched every part of this home and made it brand new. So a big expense, about $80,000. With that being said, we purchased this property for $400,000 even. The wholesaler got it under contract for $390,000. He charged me a $10,000 assignment fee. I am totally fine with paying those fees as long as I'm gonna make my money as well. I have a really good relationship and a transparent relationship with my wholesaler, so we're always on the same page. I just actually have another property that hopefully will be closing before the end of this year that I purchased from him as well. But to move on, we purchased at a price of $400,000. Now with our $80,000 budget, we are looking to be at a $480,000 price. Plus, our closing costs will probably be around $20,000 to $25,000. So just to be safe, we'll take $25,000. So $400,000 plus the $80,000 renovations, plus the $25,000 in closing costs. We're now at a price of $505,000 all in for our expenses. And we are looking to put this property on the market somewhere between $575,000 and $599,000. I feel really confident in the $575,000 number, but since it is such a prime area of town and the market is low inventory, I don't see why we can't test the market at a little bit of a higher price. And with that, with all that math, running those numbers, we're looking at anywhere from a $70,000 to $95,000 profit. So, these numbers are realistic. They're happening. $95,000 would definitely be my biggest house flip profit. I think right now my biggest one is $81,000 or $86,000, somewhere along those lines. But 95 would for sure be pretty awesome. But we are comfortable with a $575,000 price, which in return would would return us $70,000 in profits. So those are the numbers. That's how we found it. This investor I've worked with before on other deals, so I presented it to him, and he was all in for it. Unfortunately, there was a little curveball thrown at us, like I mentioned, but he was still up for the challenge. I mean, at that point, he had no other choice. But I think he'll be happy with the final product, and I hope you are too after I took you on a tour of the home. So I will keep you guys posted on today. It's about 5 p.m. now, so that's that.